So the roundtable, as you've said, in collaboration with the International Finance Corporation and Family Homes Fund, is looking at synthesizing ideas from the different market players on how we'd face the housing challenges. So this is the second series of the roundtable sessions. The first one was had a couple of weeks ago, like the first week of November, where it looked at the supply side. Now this session, this second session, is looking at the demand side issues.
Right. So I imagine that the interest of the FMDQ in all of this is because, to some extent, securitization is going to be at the core of fixing Nigeria's housing problem. But can you just give us a sense of why the FMDQ is driving this?
So, like you said, FMDQ, part of our mandate is to offer solutions that bring prosperity to Nigerians as a whole. Because essentially, why are we there? It's not a personal thing, but it's about the nation. And obviously, we know that housing is a big part of any economy's prosperity. Sure. So the capital markets play a major role in that, and FMDQ, by virtue of us even being in that space, feel that we need to see or do what it is we can to ensure that is achieved. Right. So that's why
when I spoke to Bola Koko earlier this year, he did make the point that looking into the next 5 years of the FMDQ, trying to make a contribution in fixing Nigeria's housing sector is a big focus. So can you give us your perspective on the challenges that we are hoping to really identify and prefer solutions to through this roundtable?
Okay, so with the capital market, so because there are quite a number of challenges that we're faced with. So from the side, the side to do with titling, issues around titling, issues about sort of land policy, the different policies that basically are not sort of aligned, if you will. You know, different areas have different issues. Looking at different areas, and again, there's not just that coherence. From our perspective, construction finance is one of the issues. Now, how do you finance housing? So the capital markets would provide that. And then how do you pay for the housing? You know, how do you get mortgages? Capital markets would also look at that. I mean, the average mortgage, well, I mean, I wouldn't even say anything about the mortgage market, really, in terms of getting mortgages. The sort of regular human being on the streets to get mortgages is punitive. You know, you are not even able to do that. And one of the major things that any sort of citizen would want is to have a home to live in. You know, have a home to say, I've worked all these years and then I can retire in this home. So the capital markets play a major role. And when we've looked at other jurisdictions, we have seen that prosperity or that ability to be able to achieve that development has been through the capital markets.
Right. So typically these roundtables, I imagine, try to dissect the issues and perhaps come out with a communique on how we can move forward. Can you just give us a sense of what we can really achieve from the interaction with the IFC and the other partners at this event?
Okay, so the IFC obviously is very, and the other part of the FHF, they're very, it's part of what they want to do. They want to sort of support that development, you know, in the Nigerian market. Now, the unique thing, if you will, about FMDQ is we have a debt capital markets development project, which is looking in totality at the issues that we're faced with in the debt capital markets and trying to proffer solutions, not just proffer solutions, but try to implement those solutions. So we've had a lot of conferences, we've had a lot of talk, you know, about the issues. Now, the idea about what with FMDQ and the DCMD project was, how about taking this from just talk to actual implementation? So that is what this is going to help us do. So we have a housing subcommittee within the debt capital markets development project. So whatever sort of potential solutions that come out of the different roundtable sessions, we'll take that back to the housing subcommittee, which has about 14 different industry players across the entire value chain, and we'll see how we can sort of work together. Again, it's the market-based solutions, you know, work together to actually deliver and implement these solutions.